We stand with you. That's why we here. We stand with you. We support you.
Thank y'all for supporting me. Because nobody else wanted to hear my story except for people that know me and people that know I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even confrontational. I wouldn't even do that on purpose. And I thank y'all for believing in me, and I love y'all.
Y'all, so I keep seeing that girl that hit that girl with the baton doing interview after interview, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I did a couple of relay races back in my day, back in middle school and shit, and like, I don't know, personally, it looked intentional. I don't care what nobody else said. Like, I feel like that shit was intentional, and all them tears and shit that she crying and shit, I'm just like, damn, like, did she ever apologize? I just see her crying and shit. Like, did she ever apologize to the girl that you beat her down with the damn baton? Like, for real, like, the way she said... I said, oh, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then the girl fell to the ground, and I'm just like, dang, like, I'm seeing the other girl in more interviews than the girl that got hit with the actual baton. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if she got charged or what, but that was intentional. The other girl still got injured at the end of the day, so even if it was intentional or unintentional, like, there should be some type of consequence, because the way she, like, I promise y'all, if y'all need to go watch that video, if y'all haven't seen that video yet, like, it looks so intentional, but hey, to each his own.
This is from the NAACP. Alayla is not an attacker, and the media headlines that allude towards that in any way is shameful. We understand the sensitivity of the circumstances for both athletes and their families involved, but this narrative must not go unaddressed. Alayla is an honor student and a star athlete at the historic IC Norcom High School. From all accounts, she is an exceptional young leader and scholar whose athletic talent has been well documented and recognized across our state. She has carried herself with integrity both on and off the field. Then why didn't she apologize to the girl? If you're sorry about something, you should apologize. It shouldn't take legal action for you to start to apologize. Now, all of a sudden, you want to cry. And any narrative that adjudicates her guilty of any criminal activity is a violation of her due process rights. Just for a little bit more context before we watch the video, it says here, Everett, who is black, says she has endured a racial backlash since the clip went viral and that people are judging her off one angle from the video. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto and racial slurs, death threats, all this off of a 9-second video, she said. Portsmouth NAACP announced in a statement that it will continue to review the circumstances of the Baton incident. First, we want to make it abundantly clear that we denounce any type of racial slur or threat in any form towards anyone involved in the situation, the organization said in a statement. The Portsmouth NAACP added that it believes involvement by the criminal justice system in this matter is not warranted in this situation. Well, yeah, you got to ask the woman who got hit in the head with the baton. She's the one that gets the final say in that, not the NAACP of Portsmouth. What is this? The runner charged with assault for hitting her opponent with a baton is now holding rallies, crying, and playing the victim. The NAACP is defending her, calling it shameful to suggest that she did it on purpose. Oh, my goodness. Let's get into this.
The community is rallying around the Portsmouth athlete at the center
Come on
of
now.
this
Look at this again.
viral
Look at
video.
this. Look at this. You mean to tell me this isn't on
The
purpose?
community is rallying around the Portsmouth.
Come on now. Let's go back.
The community is rallying around the...
Pause. Her hand is behind her head. Now, for those who don't know, I covered this video or this topic about 5 days ago on the channel, and it's blown up since then. I used to run Division I track. I've raced people like Tyreek Hill. I've raced Fred Curley, Michael Norman. I've raced Andre DeGrasse, who just won the Olympic final in 2024.
I should probably wear a vest for all the stress I'm under. But shorty never...
So I've raced top-notch guys, and I used to be a Division I track and field athlete, so I know my stuff when I'm talking about track and field. When you're running, you're going this way. And even if you're getting cut off in a situation like this, because maybe that's what's frustrated her because she seemed to have been getting cut off, you usually put your hands forward. There's no period of time where your hands should be going behind your head. I've never seen anybody run like this. That's not showing that you're falling for it. When your hand go behind your head like this, that shows intention to hit somebody. Look at where her hand is. Come on now. Come on now.
Portsmouth athlete at the center of this viral video. The clip appears to show IC Norcom track star Alayla Everett hit another runner with a baton during a state championship race earlier this month. Everett, who is now facing a misdemeanor assault and battery charge, tearfully addressed the crowd tonight saying what happened.
She fractured the girl's skull. She said, well, allegedly, there may have been a fractured skull, but the girl had a concussion and she had to drop out of the race. So she trained all year. Her team trained all year for this one race where you only run for about 20 seconds, and then the race is over. You train all year to run a 20-second race, and you got to drop out of the race because you got hit in the back of the head by somebody who was upset because you were cutting them off. This is absurd, man. This is absurd. We got to stop supporting this type of stuff, man.
Tearfully addressed the crowd tonight, saying what happened was an accident. But the family of the athlete who got hit says the strike left her with a concussion. Shane Fordham has more.
The community held a rally today here at IC Norcom High School to show support for Layla Everett.
A rally? This is what we rallying behind? It used to be incidents like Emmett Till that people would rally behind. What about the girl who got the concussion? We not supposed to feel bad for her? Where's the rally for her? Come on, man. Come on now. Come on.
And her family.
We stand for Layla Everett. We stand for Layla Everett.
This is a good time to show that we can stand behind this young lady and show we support her.
Layla Everett was running the 4x200 event in the Virginia High School League Championships when the incident happened. The video shows Everett swing a baton, which made contact with Brookville High School junior Kaylin Tucker in the back of her head.
I just felt a bang on my head, and then I fell off the track immediately.
Layla's father, Genoa Everett, says the incident was accidental and Tucker came too close to his daughter when coming around the curve, causing Layla to lose balance. Tucker's mother told ABC News she doesn't believe it was an accident.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
On Wednesday, we learned from the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office from the city of Lynchburg that a petition was issued for assault and battery. Since the footage has gone viral, the Everett family says Layla has received backlash from across the nation and has even received death threats.
She's receiving backlash because she was unapologetic, and then she tried to play the race card and tried to act like the backlash was because of her race when the backlash was because you was being unapologetic after you ruined this girl's circumstances and you hit her in the back of the head with the baton because you was being emotional, because you was losing the race. That's why she's getting the backlash, man. Everybody trying to make this about race. This ain't got nothing to do with race. The victim of this is a black person. How does this have something to do with race? It got something to do with a race, and that was the race where she hit the girl in the head with the baton. This is nonsense, man. We got to, come on now.
It bothered me to my heart to see how the whole world was dragging this young lady based on what they thought they saw.
The Everett family has experienced racial slurs, they've experienced death threats, and we think unequivocally that those things are unacceptable.
The NAACP released a statement this week saying they are currently reviewing the circumstances surrounding the case, and in the meantime, they send their prayers and best wishes to Layla Everett and her family.
Wow.
We feel, and we've seen throughout history, how the legal system can marginalize our people. We're not going to allow that to happen to Layla and her family.
What does this have to do with the legal system marginalizing our people? The crime was committed against another black person. If the legal system is working to find justice for the other black person, how is that marginalizing our people? And this is why our situations don't be taken seriously, man, because people be speaking up for us that should not even be speaking for black folks. All the black folks that I spoke to that seen this video, that used to run track and field, said that this was intentional. And these people sitting here trying to defend this girl as if she's not 17 years old. She's about to be a grown adult. At some point, you got to be responsible for the things that you do in life. Sorry. You can't just cry victim and try to play the victim card anytime you have a situation where you do something wrong. She was in the wrong. She needs to apologize, and she needs to take whatever that comes with it on the chin. Because now it's escalated to a point where it has to be legal action. It's a major story now. Everybody want to see what happens. And the only reason it even became this big of a story is because she had a lack of being apologetic. And now we're dragging it. Now we're dragging this. This whole story is being dragged through the mud. This is insane. Man, talking about the system. This is crazy.
In Portsmouth, Shane Fordham, 13 News Now.
We reached out to the Tucker family about the charge last night. They declined to comment and asked for space while the case moves to court.
Yeah. This is nonsense, guys. I'm not being insensitive to the situation. I understand the situation. She's a 17-year-old girl that just went viral, probably more popular than she ever thought she would be, and it's for something negative. And when you go viral in 2025, man, everybody who want to say whatever they want about you is going to say it to you. And they going to say it online because people get real bold online. So I'm sure there are people saying things about her character that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. I'm sure there are people saying things about her race that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. But to act like this incident has anything to do with race and to try to cry your way out of this incident just shows a lack of accountability. You're a 17-year-old girl that's trying to go off to college and get scholarships. This is your moment to learn that you can't let your emotions get ahead of you when you're competing, and you got to take whatever come with it on the chin. And that would show some character development. That would show some humility. That would show some remorse, and I think people can empathize with that. But you just sitting here crying, saying that we not seeing it your way, or you're the one that's mentally hurt when the other girl got physical injuries and mental injuries because she had to drop out of a race that she worked hard for. You're showing a lack of remorse. And so people are going to come after you. Now, I don't agree with everything that everybody's probably saying about her, especially some people that might be a little bit more racist in the comments, because those people definitely do exist. So I'm sure she is getting some of that, especially online. They get real bold. But at the end of the day, you need to be held accountable. You need to take this moment to reflect. And this could be a good opportunity for even colleges that want to see how you behave under scrutiny for your scholarships. Yeah, you're going to be held accountable for something that you did, but there's a bigger picture in life. And to put this behind yourself and for people to start accepting what happened and accepting you back, you just got to apologize. You got to be remorseful. You got to show that you have some level of empathy. You can't cry your way out of this situation. And I'm tired of NAACP rallying behind nonsense. We need to stop doing that. Because there are incidents where maybe it could be valid for the NAACP to get involved, but this is not one of them. Keep it to yourself. We tried this nonsense during the BLM movement where people was getting all outraged over something that wasn't even what it was supposed to be. That man, from what I've learned about him, had an aggravated robbery against a woman where the woman was injured in that situation. I couldn't imagine my wife being home alone. I'm talking about George Floyd here. My wife being home alone and some big 6'5" black dude kicking the door and hold her at gunpoint. And then at some point during that altercation, she was harmed. The lack of peace of mind she's going to be able to have. And the NAACP and the BLM movement all rallied behind this guy, and it wasn't for the right reasons. And it reflects poorly on African American culture when we do that. We need to reserve ourselves for moments of actual injustice. You can't just weaponize the NAACP and try to hold everybody else accountable except for the person that actually committed the crimes. People aren't going to respect that. People aren't going to be able to resonate with that. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Let me know if y'all think this was intentional. Let me know if y'all have an athletic background and you've been in these types of situations before and this was intentional or unintentional. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Till next time.